Hello and welcome back to Libib's booktube channel. My name is Kaylin and welcome back to another new Thursday video. Today I'm going to be talking about disappointing reads in 2017. I am definitely the person that loves talking about unpopular opinions or books I don't like because we always get to talk about the books we love and enjoy, but it's always nice to get to see the other side of things, the disappointed reads or the reads that people don't like and why they don't like them and why it's like so controversial or whatever the reason is. I just love the unpopular opinions. Also, before I get into the video today, all opinions, thoughts, feels are my own. If I offend you in any which way possible, sorry. That's just how I feel about a particular book. Maybe you hate a specific book, but I love it. That's what makes reading so great, is people are allowed to have different opinions about different things. Let's get on with today's video. Today, the first book that I'm going to mention is kind of like a little runner-up to what all the other books I'm talking about today, and that is Slasher Girls and Monster Boys. This is a collection of short stories edited by April Genevieve Chucho. This book wasn't a complete, oh, this book was horrible, it was trash. It was just really disappointing. I was going into it with different thoughts and feels and ended up just being an average 3-star book for me. I totally thought it was gonna be a 5-star read. After I read it, I just had different feels and thoughts and opinions about it, and it just wasn't there. The movie magic just wasn't there. Okay, now I'm gonna get into the books that made me most disappointed in 2017. I didn't realize when I sat to look at my list on how many books I did read, and I enjoyed most of them this year. It was kind of shocking because I was gonna make like this huge video about books that I didn't like this year, and there's not that many to talk about. So that was an added bonus that I discovered when actually sitting down and looking through these books when making today's video. The first one is going to be Asylum by Madeline Rowe, and I kind of had high hopes for this book. Nobody else that I know has read this book. It's kind of an older book. I think there's like 4 books in the Asylum series. It kind of reminded me of Welcome to the Dark House sequel. It was just there. That didn't need to be there. I did not really care for any of the characters, thought they were whiny, childish. It was just overly kind of stupid in my opinion. I just didn't like it. I very much though so enjoyed the photos throughout the book. It made for a different type of reading experience for me because love that about it, but it was definitely disappointing in the lack of the story structure and where it was going to go and the character development. Everything was just lacking and it sucked. It sucked for me. Next up was a book that I got, I think at ALA or BookCon. Don't quote me, it's been a while and I haven't kept track, but I ended up getting Bad Call by Stephen Waffles, and I definitely gave this a higher rating on Goodreads than I should have, and I just need to go back in and change that and write my written review about all my thoughts and feels and opinions about this book, because this book is definitely more like a 2 or 1-star read. It was highly disappointing. The cover is absolutely stunning, gorgeous. It grips you. It's like, I'm like scary and horror-ish, and it's like, it's not even that. It just failed on that level. The back of the book is like, there's a couple of kids that are trying to go and camp in Yosemite, and it kind of all goes wrong. A freak storm is threatening snow, their Craigslist tent is a piece of junk, and Graham is pretty sure there's a bear on the prowl. And on top of that, the guys have some serious baggage, and that's not including the ridiculously heavy axe that Graham insists on packing. And Ellie, the girl, can't figure out what their deal is. And it's just this stupid high school-esque drama, which I'm like okay with, but it was just over the top stupid. I thought there was just gonna be this horrible snowstorm and then a vicious bear attack, or like people, like the bears attacking everyone, and it was anything but that. A majority of this book was just stupid drama that occurred between all the characters and this girl and how like she came to be and like how she came on this trip and blah 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 blah. I didn't care about that. I wanted to see some bear like destroy and rip someone to shreds and that sort of stuff. It was definitely lacking in that department. I definitely thought it was going to be more of like a horror thriller book. Well, there is some small thriller aspects, and it's more like a drama to me because there's just like so much teenage drama. I was not a fan of Bad Call. And the last book that I'm going to mention in today's video is definitely me hated on, but that is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, and I just didn't fall in love with this book. I didn't just I didn't connect with the book. While it was about violence, abuse, love, loss, and femininity, I just, nothing stood out to me in this book. I thought it was just words on the page. They had no meaning, they had no connection, they had no point other than they were words on the page. Plain, boring poetry that did not grip me, that did not have any effect on me. I didn't care to bookmark any of the poems in this book. The Sun and Her Flowers, on the other hand, is a completely different story where I bookmarked a bunch of poems and I really enjoyed that specific novel, but Milk and Honey just did not do it for me. I just did not care for it. I thought it was bland, blah, boring. The text was just plain and simple. I just couldn't relate and I just did not like this book. So, drop book instead of drop mic. Anyways, that is it for today's bookish video. What disappointing reads have you guys read in the year of 2017? Let me know in the comment section down below. And anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment in the box down below. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified when we post new videos. Anyways, that is going to be it for today's Thursday bookish video, and I will see you guys next time for a new one.